Grand Rising, and welcome to another sunrise session. Well, it's not really the sunrise session. We're going to have another soul session. It's not early enough in the morning to be a sunrise session, but it's definitely a beautiful day to get together to hear what the Most High has to say, right? What the Holy Spirit, what messages need to come through for the collective. Today is Wednesday. July 15th, we have officially hit the midpoint of July. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 is the number of balance, it's the number of partnership, it's the number of harmony. Today's message, and the biggest thing that I got during the meditation before going live, is not only is balance being restored, there's some type of big breakthrough that you're about to receive. All these messages that have been coming out up until this point have been in preparation for you to receive that big win, that big blessing, that big wish. For those of you that were with us yesterday, I noticed that on the live, there was well, you can't see it on the TikTok side, but you could see it on the YouTube side. The glass of water that's usually on the table was filled with bubbles. So we're going to see how many bubbles actually appear in the water this time. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. Now that we are as a frog gets caught in my throat. Now that we are under the energies of the new moon, setting new intentions, planting new seeds, you've been asked time and time again what it is that you want, right? Use the Mercury hour of any day or use Wednesdays to speak your truth, to really put it out there that this is what you want, this is how you want life to show up for you, this is what you are manifesting, and hold space for those dreams, those wishes, those things that you've been praying for, asking for, and hoping for. We're going to get into the collective message, and then we're going to get into the messages for each sign. If you miss any part of the readings or the messages that came out earlier in this week, everything is on YouTube. It's under the live tab because we record these, we broadcast simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube. So once the message is done and I hit end, it's automatically available for you. We're going to get into today's message, but before that, I pray that these messages only find aligned souls who are willing to do the work to manifest their dreams into their reality. Any negative energy sent my way or to the way of the collective is instantly turned into peace, blessings, and prosperity. Ashe. Have you been paying attention to your dreams? Have you been paying attention to those repeating angel numbers? We are in the crosshairs of the Lionsgate portal, the longest and most important and potent manifestation portal of the year every year, right? This end of July, beginning of August moment where anything and everything can happen, where everything and anything can change. This year we have a powerful eclipse. We also have the nodes shifting into Aquarius and Leo. A lot of big changes are happening. Lean into those energies so those changes can happen for you as well. Feel free to put your comments in the comments, whether you are on the YouTube side or the TikTok side. And once I'm done with the channeling, I will get to your message. YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Holy Spirit, let's get into the collective messages and then the messages for each sign on what blessing, what thing is about to shift for you, and what else you need to know to prepare for the shift that is coming. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Wednesday about the changes that are coming in for them, about this beautiful Lionsgate portal that is getting ready to come in and help people manifest their wildest dreams? These are the moments when things miraculously happen. We are met with serendipity. We are met with blessings that seem to appear out of nowhere, but they don't. They are in response to your prayers. They are in response to your energetic vibration. Even if you do nothing, something is going to manifest. Something is going to change because we're always changing. We're always growing. We're always evolving. This moment is asking you to do it with intention, to do it with a plan in place. I don't know how many of you are from New York City, Back in the day, we used to do this thing where in school, we used to write our headings, right? We would put like the school, the subject, our name, the date, and then we would write aim, right? What was the intention of the lesson that we were about to learn, right? What were we going to walk away, right, after that lesson? I don't think they use AIM anymore, right? Because they do different rubrics and things now with the DOE, but that idea of starting every day, starting every moment, starting every task with intention, with a purpose. That person you're dating, are you dating them purposely? Right, with intention? That person you are engaged to, that person that you are married to, are you dating them intentionally? Can they support you when this wind comes through? Will they support you when you're doing better than them? Or will they be jealous of you and that relationship starts to crumble? Some of you, and this message has come out before, are married, engaged, partnered with somebody that hates you, that low key hates you, and you don't realize that, right? Because y'all are staying together for the kids, for the rent, for the mortgage, for the this, for the that, all these superficial reasons. But where you're going, where you're headed, they don't have the physical, mental, or spiritual capacity to meet you there. Those of you who are in separation, some of you are getting back together because those messages keep coming up. But others of you, let that person go, especially if you know, right? They're not, they don't fit your 5 year plan. You can't force somebody to fit your plan. You can't force somebody to fit where you're going. One of the biggest questions that came out of yesterday's messages was, how are you a winner surrounded by losers? Or something like that. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this beautiful Wednesday? That Knight of Cups is exactly where we're going to start because that piggybacks on what Spirit was just trying to say. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Wednesday? Okay, this is taking another direction. Oh, anything else? Whenever it smacks the candle, I get low-key a little nervous. All right, we're going to see what's going on with these lovers. Really, 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 really do your best to take account with who you're loving. Why are you loving on them, right? There's so many mixes of people right now. Some of you in the collective are attached to someone you should have let go of a long time ago. Some of you have blocked somebody that you should be speaking to. Some of you have to get past your fear of love, fear of commitment, fear of fully letting somebody in and do the scary thing because your blessings are tied to that person. And we know that a lot of the masculines that are coming back, a lot of the masculines who are going through the motions, the energy of being regretful for fumbling you, for being sorry, for showing up the way that they did and not really valuing you or valuing their relationship with you. All of that's coming to a change. With this lovers, all right, let me see if I could make both sides see at the same time, right? Because this is how it came out. With this lovers card, and we know the Knight of Cups is in reverse there. So we have water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, still in that energy of heavy regret. It feels like the closer we get to the Lionsgate portal, the fire is being turned up even hotter under the feet of those who need to repent, who need to ask for forgiveness, who need to come in and actually not only tell you how sorry they are, show you how sorry they are, do something to right their wrongs. And I'm hearing that song. Tell me, how can I right my wrongs? Somebody who's in separation, they're trying to figure it out. They're getting all their ducks in a row with this message of concern before they text you, before they message you, before they pop up on you. Some of them, be prepared, especially if you know your person knows your family, especially your parents. They're not even going to come to you to tell you that they're sorry. They're going to go to your parents. They're going to go to your elders. This is someone who's going to go about things a very, very different way. They're going to, I'm hearing old school styles. So they could either be of Caribbean or African descent, maybe Southern, but heavy on the Caribbean African descent. Like, even if your parents aren't around, like any older person attached to you, they're going to go to that person to ask for advice, to establish some type of relationship with them, right? Platonic, of course, like within, normal. Don't get your head out the gutter, right? Some type of friendship with them to help them learn how to better love you because they want to get married. Someone who was unable in this message feels like it's for somebody or a group of people very, very specific who fumbled you in the past with this 23, which is 5. They are determined to change everything. This is the miracle that's coming in for you. For those of you that resonate with this part, especially if you're dealing or were dealing with a water sign, right? Their sun, moon, and or rising can be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but heavy also on Cancer season, ushering in these changes and bringing star-crossed lovers, long-lost lovers, lovers who didn't get it right the first time, back together again. And I'm hearing that song, Janet Jackson, again. I heard from a friend today and she said you were in town. Somebody that's been away, right? They may be in the military, they just may travel for work. They're coming back into town and this time to lay roots, real roots with you. I mean, that's the plan. You could say no, that's the plan. Some of you who have been married to the wrong person and it's been rough these past 2, 3 years, you might be pleasantly surprised when they ask you to redo your vows, have a recommitment ceremony or something like that. The Knight of Cups being in reverse can talk about players, playboys, and playgirls. It could talk about people being deceitful, emotional manipulation, coming to play games. But for the people that this resonates with, it feels like that person who has been dragging their feet, who has been unsure, non committal, but now wants to make things right, has just been delayed. They want to bring an end to their own suffering. And this goes back to what was said last week. Regardless of what they're posting on social media, regardless of how they are presenting themselves, this person is missing you something bad. Like they got it bad. I'm hearing Residuals by Chris Brown. This is why they're going to go to the elders. They know they can't speak to you because you're going to shut them down. You're going to have an attitude. You're going to tell them no. You're going to block them, right? They know that that's not going to work, right? They might go to your older sister, your older brother, right? Your uncle, your aunt, somebody that they know that you're close to that's a little bit or a lot of bit older than you to try to fix things. And this time they come with blessings. 18 is 9, 41 is 5, making the necessary changes to bring an end to no contact. If you've been seeing penguins or you've been around a lot of flowers lately, like you spend a lot of time like on your lawn and at the park playing with earth, this message is for you. For others of you, love is not being restored, your finances are. But everything is going to happen like it's going to be one magical moment that starts as a surprise and ends up being a forever. Be open to the possibilities, not just in love, but in all areas of your life because something drastic is about to change for you. Something big is about to change for you. Can you tell me, can I right my wrongs? Whoever this is, and it's got to be somebody that's close to the soul tribe because their energy is heavy on me. The energy that's heavy on you is heavy on me, which means you must be close to me. At least hear this person out. They did have the cut off, like if you didn't hear from your person by Monday before the new moon came in, that was your cosmic cue to take all hands off, step aside, and let the universe step in. If this person is truly in this energy of suffering in silence, they will pull out all the stops to end this silence, to end this period of no contact, to end this period of no communication. Some of you are involved with people that lose their shit when you ignore them. And it's not that you're purposely ignoring them, right, to be malicious. You just don't want to engage in the BS. You just don't want to engage in the back and forth. Some of you have walked away from somebody refusing to look back, and we get it, right? But if this person has truly done the changes, they've truly done the work, they're truly presenting themselves as a new person, give them a chance to at least hear them out. We're not saying follow them to the courthouse. Where did that card go? Right? And get married. Right? Change your last name right away. They pop up today and you guys go to the courthouse tomorrow. Give them at least an opportunity to put some action behind their words. And if they go as far as to meeting with your people, establishing a friendship with your people, I'm hearing making your family their family. That's actually a trigger. Dang, Spirit, why did you have to say that? Making your family their family? Yeah. Consider hearing them out. Consider it, right? Next, we have to the sea. Moving forward, the whole universe is conspiring. The Most High is conspiring to get you to where you want to be. And I know that's not the Ace of Cups. Good, it's the Ace of Wands. Still moving in the right direction, still moving, right, after a delay in your journey in the right direction. Receive every sign, every signal, every opportunity that comes your way today, this week, right between now and the full moon with an open heart and optimism. Anything that happened in the past, leave it in the past. Any baggage that you're still holding on to, not just with the person you're thinking of, but with past relationships, past friendships, past jobs, people in your family that treated you the wrong way. Let all of that go. And we keep getting that message because there's people out there that are still holding on too tightly to things that happened in the past. Hold on to your joy with everything you've got. And that came out yesterday, right? Because I remember specifically Spirit saying that your name might even be Joy or your nickname. Everything that happened thus far, well, everything always happened for a reason, but it's preparing you to receive that big win, to receive that big change, that good luck, that success, especially, right, with Leo, Jupiter being in Leo, the South Node changing to Leo, working out all the karma and the issues that have been preventing you from stepping into your greatness, from going on that journey. This is why a lot of you were asked to petition the courts of heaven, right? To actually repent for not only yourself, but for your ancestors so those blessings can come in freely. The enemies cannot use what's attached to your bloodline against you. I hope by now, I trust by now that you've made it really, really clear what you want in life, right? What you want in this moment, and have actually made space for that to happen. Because that peace is coming in, especially after all those karmic attachments that have been plaguing your life are being dealt with. Everything that's been blocking your success is being dealt with. Peace is being restored in a beautiful way. Be very open and optimistic about how these changes are going to come in, because now that we're not only under the energy of the Lionsgate portal, right? Neptune being retrograde, Mercury retrograde. By the way, Mercury stations direct next week. So things should start to get a lot clearer. Those messages, you should be able to make more sense out of them. But if you still have a little confusion, book your clarity session. This is one of the things that we work through in those clarity sessions. Use this moment. Well, we have the Mercury retrograde. We have Saturn going retrograde the last Sunday of the month, issuing out karmic justice. And then we're firmly in the Lionsgate portal, which peaks on 8/8. And then 8/11 starts eclipse season. So it's like a roller coaster ride of receiving wish fulfillment on every single level. I'm hearing Spirit say again the runner is about to become the chaser. The things that have eluded you, right? The things, the people, places, and things that have been just outside of your reach are going to chase you down. Blessings are going to, well, I can't say you, as for the whole collective. Those of you who have been doing the work, trusting your intuition, trusting the Most High, believing in love, believing in the power of love, believing in true forgiveness, and have gotten your heart to the point where it's lighter than a feather, yeah. Expect the next few weeks to be filled with all types of serendipitous meetings, blessings, moments that bring you wish fulfillment on every single level. Remember those Calgon commercials? Take me away. You're about to be taken away on a beautiful adventure of wish fulfillment. Lean into your childlike joy, right? Check in with your inner child. See how they are doing, right? Lean on to their happiness, their joy, their glee, their expectation that everything is going to be all right. And let that be your frequency. Malik, why are you bothering me? Go away. It's not that kind of thing. And that's the lastly we end on peace. Hmm. It's been a long road for some of you to get here. It's been a very, very long road for you to. I knew the Ace of Cups was coming. It's the Queen of Cups. That restoration of love being highlighted again. It's been a hard road. Yeah. And your faith has been tested. Yeah. But don't let what it was determine what will be. You can shift your outcome. You can change things with this 23, bringing us back to 5. But just by changing your thoughts. We know the Most High, the entire universe, is conspiring to bring you that peace, to bring you that wish fulfillment. And for some of you, especially this person who's planning, who's making plans for you, who wants to fix their relationship, who wants to do everything in their ability to get on their right side, they've burned bridges with the karmics, right? Those negative Nancys and negative Normans in their life that have prevented them from their own greatness. That friendship circle that was keeping them in a low vibration with their head just above the water. So when they come and tell you that they're done with so and this and that, lean towards believing them. Action speaks louder than words, but lean towards believing them as you enter into your winning season. Some of you have a brand new person coming in that's going to satisfy your emotional, physical, mental, spiritual needs on every single level. You just got to be open to it. You just got to be open to the possibilities. And I'm hearing Cancer season won't end without that change coming in. You could be born on April 23rd or around, or that was when things really hit the fan for you, right? Just as Aries season turned into Taurus season. Mm. Some of you have never been properly courted, and that's why you're leaning towards being a bitter Betty. Baby, that can change at any moment. That can change at any moment. As soon as you change your vibration, if this is what you truly want, right? Especially if your initials are a C or an M or a D or a J or S. If this is what you truly want, to be loved on, to be adored, to be spoiled, right? Like Pepe Le Pew used to chase the cat around. Some of y'all about to have your cat chased around. But that's another story for another moment. But so let's go back to this person who's never been courted, properly loved. Nobody ever bought you flowers or did something special. Well, nobody that you, outside of like your friends and family. You never been on a proper date, right? Whether you're 22 or 82, that can change. There are still hopeful, I won't say hopeless, hopeful romantics out there. There are still people that believe in chivalry, pulling out chairs, opening doors, walking on the right side of the street. I know a lot of, like, if you pay too much attention to social media, a lot of folks are trying to say that men want to be princesses too. And that may or may not be true, but that doesn't have to be true for you. This is why they were so heavy, and I'll always be heavy on making sure you create your vision of love, on what you want, how you want love to show up for you, not your friends, not your family, not what you're seeing on Love Island, not what you're seeing on Polly or all them other shows that distort the beauty of true, everlasting love as the Most High intended it. Spirit specifically said in yesterday's message that was posted, one of the short videos, I don't know if it was on TikTok or YouTube, but it specifically said no more mediocre love just because of the kids' love, or they look good on paper love. Mm-mm. Life is too short to indulge in a love that doesn't satisfy your soul on every single level. That doesn't mean, right, to walk away from the person that you're with. It means to hold on to the vision of what your soul satisfied looks like. How love showing up for you the way that you want looks like, because you will be surprised how quickly that person that never got you flowers, always put you last, if they ever thought of you at all, changes or be changed. That person will either raise up to your new vibration, or they will raise out to make room for the person that can do those things. And baby, let me tell you, right? Forget everything you've heard. People that truly love you will pull out all the stops to make sure you understand that you won't have to ask for the flowers or the dates or the trips or the vacations or the this or the that. They will naturally just want to pour into you. It will be like, it will bring them joy to love on you. That's how you know somebody's truly for you, right? If you are an afterthought, they got to squeeze you in, they got to figure this out, they got to figure that out. Chances are, we'll give them some grace, right? Especially if you haven't created your vision of love. Because how can the universe bring you something that you haven't clearly defined? But once you create that vision of love, you have that clear picture of how you want love to show up for you. It has no choice but to show up either through the person that you're thinking of or somebody brand new. True love does exist. These passionate soulmate relationships that fulfill you on every single level do exist. They may not last forever. I know who's here. I know who's here. They may not last forever, but they do exist because we have things like such as lifing, right? It's not necessarily a karmic that ends the relationship. Sometimes the relationship ends by a death that comes too soon, too early. But that doesn't mean you stop loving. That doesn't mean you stop believing in love. Because if it could find you once, maybe it could find you again and again and again and again. If that's what you truly want. If that's where your heart truly is. We have a special visitor with us today, by the way. Your angels and guides typically pass through and they say, "What up?" Right? They say hello to help me channel these messages, right? So that everyone's here can get exactly what they need um, to start their day. And then they'll follow up with you either through a dream or through a vision. You'll get some type of kawinky ding throughout the day to let you know that they not only have assisted the live, right, but have heard your prayers and are available to help you along your journey. But speaking about true love, I will share, because y'all know I'm not really big about telling my stories, because it's about you guys. But I will share that my late fiance, for whatever reason, is here, which means he probably has a message for me, and I will meditate with him later. But this is definitely, God rest his soul, Jesus. Hi, baby. Somebody who didn't waste any time. This man chased me down for months because he was not my type at all. But when I opened up my heart, right, gave him the benefit of doubt, extended a little bit of grace, he made me the happiest woman on earth. He showed me the value that true love does exist. Even people from the hood know how to love, or people that you think are hood, or think are this, or think are that because of the way that they look, right? Tatted up, Averex jacket, braids, the gold teeth, right? You think they're not about that life, but you'll be pleasantly surprised once you open up your heart and let that person's actions speak for them. Because even in death, this man still protects me. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Wednesday? What else is the... I can't wait to read these comments. Feel free to ask any questions. All right, what else does the collective need to know? We're going to go into the specific zodiac signs. And he's not the only one I have on the other side. I actually have three. At one point in time, when I was younger, I thought I was going to be like the Black Widow because everybody just, they go to the other side. But then I realized it's because I'm supposed to help them transition to the other side. Them meeting me didn't bring them to the other side. They met me to help them get to the other side. And they left a piece of beauty before they went. That being said, what does the signs need to know on this day about the blessings, the changes, the shifts that are coming in for them? Starting with Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. I hope you're enjoying your Cancer season and celebrating all season long. YouTube side, don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. We're trying to get our YouTube numbers to match our TikTok numbers. So we're 135K over here, so we need to be 135K over here. Okay? Okay. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Ooh, with justice. Piggybacking on justice being restored, balance being restored, justice coming in, especially towards this later half of the month. When Saturn goes retrograde, it'll be retrograde through December 10th. So between Neptune retrograde and Saturn retrograde, all things, all masked, all hidden things are being revealed, and people are receiving what they are owed. Whether that's good, bad, or otherwise, that's a people term, right? It's about what you've put in, what you've been up to, what you've been calling in. That's what you're going to get. So check your vibrations, check your frequency, and check your thoughts. Your tea that you need to know for today. Continue what you've been doing. Shine, baby, shine, baby, shine. Do not dim your light. Do not look left. Do not look right. Those people that have been stopping you from your greatness, yeah, one by one, they all fall down. One by one, you'll hear about what happened to this one and what happened to that one. Especially those people who went out of their way, those karmics that we saw in the collective, right, that went out of their way to stop you from your glory. Oh, you're going to hear about it. Your light irritates their demons. You were put on this earth because you have a great mission. You will be given all the tools and resources that you need to accomplish that mission. Some of you have been thinking about putting somebody in the Psalms, doing some Psalms work, especially using Psalm 54, Psalm 35, Psalm 58, 58 verse 6. Do it. Do it. Leo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. This ties into the message you got yesterday. Make time to meditate real time. If you can, go away for a couple of days. Disconnect from social media, disconnect from people. Be one with nature, be one with the Most High so you can receive the downloads and messages that are coming for you. I know on the TikTok side, you can't see all the cards once they're put on the table, but when you watch it on the replay, you'll be able to see everything. Your tea for today is impersonator. The current energy you're under, a Leo, Sun, Moon, and or rising, or your person is a Leo, Sun, Moon, and or rising, or a Leo, Mars. There's this period of disconnection that's going through. Somebody that has been swagger jacking, somebody that has been trying to destiny swap, somebody that has been entangled in your world, right? They just can't pull you guys apart, right? This is why they want you to kind of go somewhere, be isolated for a day or two or three, like however you can manage. They're showing me that you've interlocked with some type of karmic connection, right? And karmic simply means they were here to teach you a lesson. And this person, how strong you are. They can't just rip you guys apart. It's going to be a series of disconnecting, 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 and then pulling you guys apart, establishing your energy and establishing their energy before they can deal with them. This person who is an impersonator, an imposter who's been trying to pretend there's something that they're not, they're going to be dealt with swiftly. But first, they have to be pulled further away from your energetic field before justice can truly come in and be served. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and or rising with the Four of Knives, which is the Four of Swords. When we see the Four of Swords in traditional tarot, we see the Knight of Swords taking a rest. Sometimes it comes across as the Knight of Swords funeral, but in this case, it's about taking a rest. You too are being encouraged to go within, to pull away, to sit with all the downloads, all the information that you have been receiving. Some of you, Virgos, you got in clarity sessions from me last week. Really sit with the information that came out during your reading, during the messages, right? Really make sense of them between now and Mercury going direct next week before you take any steps or make any judgments. Your tea for today is thief. What was lost, what was taken, what was stolen is going to be returned and you will be compensated. This is why they want you to just chill out. You know what happened. Don't do anything, right? Heavy on the don't take any action just yet because there's a lot going on in the background to right the wrongs that have occurred in your world. Libra, Sun, Moon, and or rising with the Five of Coins, which is the Five of Pentacles. And when we see this in traditional tarot, she's she's walking with a buddy, right? And they're both, they're badly beaten up, right? And they're walking through the snow with no shoes and no coat. But this last season that was supposed to take you out, that this last season that was supposed to have you lose it all, especially if you are a Libra moon, yeah, you may have lost a couple of things, but it worked out far better than it was supposed to. You're doing far better than you realize. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you've been guided to do. You and everyone else make those moments every morning, every night. The first thing you do in the morning should be some type of check in with your Ori, with your guides, with the Most High, right? If you're reaching for the phone and immediately start scrolling, you've already charged your day with negative energy unnecessarily, right? People who are successful, millionaires, billionaires, founders, they start their day early, right? Before the rest of the world wakes up. And they start it with some type of self improvement, self something, right? They make time to meditate, disconnect from the world, make sure that they're right before they see what's going on with the rest of us. Those of you who are dreaming of having that big life, that successful life, get into the practice of every morning having a routine. doing your yoga, doing your prayer, doing your meditation, listening to your sound bowl. By the way, when we did the Patreon, I don't know if because I was watching it through the app, but when I was watching the replay, the sound bowl didn't sound on the replay, which is the strangest thing. Like, how does the sound go away? But that's a different story for a different day, right? Start your day in prayer. Start your day in meditation. Start your day checking in with yourself and do the same at the end of your day. Most people, professionals, right? Mental health professionals recommend that an hour before bed, no phones, no scrolling. Try it. Try it for at least 3 days and see how you feel. See what changes in your life. See what shifts. See how clear your own thinking begins. Some of you can't hear your own intuition because you're clouded with all the noise of social media and the news and work and the this and the that. It's just, ah. But in the morning, before everybody rises and still, your energy is as clear as a glass of water. Libra, your tea for today is dirt digging. But this feels like it's piggybacking energetically because we don't always go by the cards because the cards are only used for illustrative purposes anyway. Libra, you really, really, especially Libra moons are highlighted, are being asked to make a daily practice of grounding yourself. You can't plant a harvest on in or on infertile ground. These practices of checking in with your Ori, daily prayers, daily rituals, right, where it's just you and Source, you and the Most High, will turn that dirt into a very, very fertile ground for you to lay the foundation of your happily ever after. So some of you, that happily ever after has been delayed because you have no foundation. So if they would give it to you, it will crumble. Like as soon as you receive it, you would lose it. And that makes no sense because then you have to deal with the heartache, the fallout, the pain. Work on your foundation, dearest Libra, and others who this resonates with, and everything else will fall into place. Scorpio, sun, moon, and or rising. Speaking about rising, right? Nine of Wands, victory coming in, change is coming in. Keep doing what you've been doing. Making peace, especially when it comes to making peace with your past and how things showed up. Have you forgiven the people you were asked to forgive? Because we've been talking about this, Scorpio, for about 2 weeks now. Have you done it? Do it. The whole universe is conspiring for this wind that's coming in. And it just requires you, going back to what was said yesterday, to keep your heart lighter than a feather. Scorpio, your tea. Now, if you're in that energy, and I can't put that word on, right? Same ish, different day, then you're going to get the same ish every day. Shift your thoughts, shift your reality. It's just that simple. This is some of the stuff that we work through with mentorship and coaching. We make a daily practice of checking in with your thoughts, checking in with how you respond to things, and then giving you the tips and tools to switch those things around, to learn how to respond in a different way. A little bit of behavioral, I won't say therapy because it's all in spirit, but having that shift of thought, having that shift in the way that you view things shifts everything. Getting out of that Debbie Downer, Debbie, that, or that Daniel Downer energy, right? When you're doubtful and you're pessimistic, it's going to bring you more things to be doubtful and pessimistic about. When you lean into hope, when you lean into your joy, like the collective message said, you're going to get more things that make your heart sing. You're going to get more things that bring you joy. And yes, it is that easy. If some of my mentees are in the chat, y'all let them know. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, Ace of Wands times two. Especially those of you who have had a whole village come against you for your beliefs, for your mission, for your purpose, just by you shining your light. You might have cancer placements, right? That big change that you've been fighting for is coming. Keep fighting, keep showing up, keep doing, keep trusting your intuition because it's all about to change overnight. Third parties. Going back to what was said about that love situation, about that person coming back, speaking to your people, Sagittarius. They could be a Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising, or you could be a Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising. This is the same person that we got messages, I want to say back in April or May. They specifically told the karmic, like, yeah, this is not what we're doing. This is never what it was supposed to be. You and I was never supposed to have a relationship. You knew I always wanted the collective, and you did what you did to come between us, not just in the physical and the spiritual. Right? Just as you've been on your spiritual journey, your person has been on their spiritual journey, coming into their own epiphanies, enlightenments. Why do you think they're cutting off certain people? What do you think they burned those bridges? Because that card came out, right? Why do they think? Why do you think they walked away? They found some type of hard evidence, not hearsay, not because their babalao or their priest said, but they found some real tangible evidence, some receipts that a person that they thought they were that was their friend, or people that they thought were their friend, not only attacked them but attacked you for no reason. So, of course, they want no parts. This has ended blocks to your everything, your love, your success, your abundance, your prosperity, your peace of mind. Ended. Start showing up and moving as if you know that is true. Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising judgment. And I think this is the second time you got this. Going through that season of resurrection, that peace card was for you, right? You are reminded that before the crown, there's the cave, right? You had to die to your old self for your new self to be born. You're going through the birthing process right now and headed directly towards the land of peace, hope, and opportunity. Keep doing what you've been doing. Keep showing up. Keep trusting your intuition and moving accordingly. Your tea for today is your peace, your joy, your happily ever after. They can stalk you, they can watch, they could do their bibbity bobbity boo, but you're untouchable. Especially if you know you were in a situation where you were spiritually manipulated, not just emotionally, mentally, financially manipulated. They may want to attack you. They may want to kind of lasso you up and pull you back, but they can't reach you. And they are about to start receiving judgment for trying to trick you out of your blessings in the first place. And if you find yourself wondering, well, damn, why did I even get involved with this person? Why did I even let myself go through this? It's because it was part of your journey. You needed to learn this lesson. It's not all bad, right? There's good that this person taught you, things that made you stronger, helped in your death to your old self, birthing the new self process. So, anybody that you know has been in this energy, tell them to kick rocks. They can't catch up with you anyway. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising with the 10 of Wands. Bag lady, you gonna hurt your back. Carrying all those bags like that. It's time to let go of the heaviness. It's time, all these things that you've been carrying emotionally, mentally, spiritually, give it to the Most High. Give it to your ancestors. Give it to your angels. That's what they're there for, to help you along your journey. You think you're alone, but you have a whole spirit team like Scorpio standing right behind you. Tag them in so you can start to really go through your healing process and put yourself in the position to receive the blessings that are coming for you. Your T is dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. If this is more so for Capricorn, you are blocking your own blessings by not leaning into your own spiritual gifts, your own spiritual abilities, your own connection with the Most High. The more you accept your spiritual nature, the easier life becomes. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and or rising. Son of Knives, Son of Swords, Knight of Swords, doing that deep dive on your own. No team, no friends, no family, just you and the Most High. You and your gifts, you and self, because this is water energy, right? Pisces is the only sign that has 1 foot here on earth and one in the astral. And managing that balance is a stressful spiritual and mental thing to do. If you're dealing with the Pisces, this is your confirmation that they are doing the work to understand their own emotions and their purpose in this world. Pisces T, rejected. It is the same person you blocked. They're also in the energy of doing whatever it takes to win you back, most especially working on themselves. And that's big. That definitely deserves a cookie or even the cookie. Do with that as you may. Aries, Sun, Moon, and or rising with the Five of Knives, with just the Five of Swords. That heavy thing that's been on your mind that you're afraid to say out loud, you got that message last week. Say it out loud. It's not going to start a fight. It's going to start an opportunity for you to compromise and come to a healthy middle ground with that person. Your T, love on the brain. You also might be dealing with an Aries, right? Or dealing with a Sagittarius, Pisces, or Cancer that has you on their mind, trying to figure out how to make things right with you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and or rising. Seven of Knives, which is the Seven of Swords. Are you dealing with the Pisces? Because the Seven of Swords and the one sword, right, makes the Eight of Swords. Both of you are fighting. They're fighting to restore balance, to get back in your good graces. I have to giggle. I'm sorry, but you guys are cute. You're funny. And you're fighting for them not to come back. You're fighting for them not to ever cross your path again. Like you're being super duper defensive. Lay down your guard, right? Call on your angels. Have a team meeting with your angels, your guides, your ancestors, the Most High, and say, listen, this is how I feel. This is what I want to do. Help me. Right? You could get a clarity session or a soul session for you and I to work through this, but it starts with put down your hands. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Your T, dearest Taurus, is, oh, because this is why they want you to let down your hair. Whoever they were in the past is not who, got to cover up that word, but y'all already know. Whoever they were in the past is not who they are now. This deep dive that they're doing, the work that they're doing, they could be a Pisces or another sign. They're just highlighting Pisces, right? Having that spiritual and earthly connection, having that spiritual connection, they are going straight into their emperor energy. They may have been a page, they may have been a playboy or a playgirl, but now they are a true or about to be a true emperor or empress, stable, rich, ready to spoil you, ready to do whatever it takes to win you back. Some of you have a Taurus that's coming in with this energy. That new person, you know, is going to be the one that fits your vision of love if they have a Taurus Sun, Venus, Mars, or Taurus rules their fifth or sixth house. Y'all might have to watch them on the replay to write that down. That's your cosmic clue that, oh yeah, this is the one Etta was talking about. Let me be on my best behavior. Let me be optimistic about how this person is showing up. I gotta cover it because it has it has a word that is not, you know. Last but not least, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or rising. Look at you in your pretty white dress. How do they say? Many are called, but few are chosen. People can call themselves a chosen one. Go ahead, call yourself whatever you want. Rock on. But you, dearest Gemini, are a true chosen one, a favored one, a beloved one in the eyes of the Most High. This is why your words, your prayers seem to get to Him a little bit more quicker than the average Joe. It's not because you paid for that access or you prayed for that access. No, baby, this is something you're born with. People may come against you. People may come from the left, the right, the north, the south, the east, the west. And what is this I'm hearing about people under 30 not knowing the north, the east, the west, the south, not knowing how to find true north when they're outside? If you're under 30, what's that about? Please let me know. But Gemini, they could come, they could do, they could say, they could try, but you are fully protected. They will have to get through their entire spiritual army, which not only includes your ancestors, known and unknown, but the angels. Coming against you, it's like coming against any one of you is like coming against God Himself, herself. But most especially folks like you, chosen ones, hmm, that is a recipe not only for disaster, but a recipe to ensure that you never get through the pearly gates. Anybody that tries to get to you, they forfeit redemption. That's brand new. Because we hear, especially if you're like me that comes from a Catholic background, that all sins will be forgiven if you just repent. Even if it's at that last final breath, you say, God, I'm sorry. That is for the general public and the general BS that you've done in the world. But coming against a chosen one, an anointed one, you can say all the sorries in the world. You're still going to the other place. Gemini, your T is always partying, but this feels like soon as I pulled it, celebrating. Every day is going to be a celebration. Every day is going to be another moment for you to say, thank you, God. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, Angels team. I know you have me. I know you got me. Everything is wonderful. Things could be better, but everything is wonderful. Things could be better, but everything is wonderful. Some of y'all need to write that down as a new mantra. Things could be better, but everything is wonderful. Acknowledging that it may not be perfect. You may not have everything that you want, but you surely, without argument, have everything that you need. Right? Right. Ashe. Let's see what you guys are chit chatting about in these here comments and see who is with us. Hi, Chelsea. How are you? Hi, Isel. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Miss Nicole, happy Wednesday indeed. Please be respectful during live or you will be removed expeditiously. My moderators do not play and they have carte blanche with how they handle situations in the chat, both on YouTube and on TikTok. My people move just like me and I love them. I love you guys. I do, I do, I do. Trouble Clap, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? And Miss Nicole seconding the fact that's not even a word, right? That you don't have to ask. They will do. Like somebody that truly loves you, they're just going to show up and do. They may not do exactly what you want. You might like roses, they bring you lilies, right? But they will actually try their best, right, to be that person for you. Mm-mm-mm. Joseph Moses, I have been given a message and mission to correct the orientation of the world, expose the matrix. The revelation of truth is upon us. God bless you. May the divine feminine must rise. Hey. Hi, Javon. And we shall rise. A lot of us have risen. And as I'm sure you've seen, especially on these TikTok streets, soon as Neptune went retrograde, how many woke spiritual people got, should I say the word, exposed, right? Not everyone that smiles has a good agenda. Not everyone that has a product that works for the reason that you think it does. Okay? Okay. Hi, Chandra. Hi, Atma. Let me scroll up to the top of TikTok. Oh, and let me scroll all the way to the top. Hi, Morty. How are you? How have your dreams been? Georgia girl, how are you? Hi, Ebony Honey. Grand Rising indeed. Thank you guys for the gifts and the likes, but most especially, thank you for spending this part of your morning, your day, your afternoon, whether you're here now or watching on the replay with Spirit, me, and the Soul Tribe. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Hi, Noon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Chosen. Speaking about Chosen, right? She is simply Chosen. Hi, Pink Lotus. How are you? Thank you guys for the new follow. Hi, Gina, Gina, Gina. He is Jennifer. He truly, truly is, because that's one of the messages that not only came out strongly today, but has been coming out over the past few days. Feeling and doing, though, are two separate things. Hi, Chantel, fellow Sagittarius. Ew. Hi, Grofita. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? All of the stops. T baby. All of the stops. Hey, Boogie Woogie Woogie. He does, Ebony. He does. And he didn't play about me in the physical, and he damn sure doesn't play about me in the spiritual, his busy self. Oh, Boogie. You guys have kept me very, very busy, so I've been around. Thank you. You're so sweet. You're so, so sweet. You're so, so sweet. Thank you, Gofito. What's for breakfast? What are you guys eating? Are you guys eating? Because I'm about to make some breakfast. DJ Master Mix again. I love you. Thank you for stopping by. I wrote my letters and left them on my altar for my guys to look at. I love that. Big boss daddy boogie. Put that on a sticky note in the not the back of your mind, but like in the middle. In the middle. Any thoughts, feelings, questions, anything you want to share with the collective regarding the messages that came out? If any of this resonated with you, get a personal session, get a clarity session where we talk about, what it is and what you need to do. Get a soul session where we could take that deep dive into what's going on and what your guides need you to do to move forward to get to that goal, achieve that aim, go in full circle, right? What is the aim for today? What do you intend this day to be? That's another thing you should be doing first thing in the morning. And I hate to say the word should, but they're heavy like, yeah, Etta, they should, right? Before you pick up your phone, before you see what's going on in the world, right? Declaring what the day is going to be like, right? Not just saying, show me how good it can get, right? That's wonderful. That's a beautiful start. But declaring today is Wednesday, da 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 da, that is going to happen. I declare and decree that on this day, before the sun sets, move with intention. Okay? Okay. I am happy that your dreams have become more vivid, Morty. Chelsea, on the YouTube side, you are more than welcome. I am so grateful that we have, even though we're very, very far on the YouTube side, from that 100K mark, it's okay. We have met a bunch of amazing aligned souls in a lot of ways. Being in alignment, having aligned watchers and subscribers and viewers is better than actual vanity of the number. This tells me that a lot of people are actually doing the work, seeking the wisdom, seeking the knowledge, gaining the understanding for themselves to become a better person and show up in a better way for their soulmates, their destiny partners. And I love that for you guys, because you're working and walking in accordance with the will of the Most High. A lot of people hear the call and ignore it because it's too much. It's too polarizing. Some of you are the first truly, deeply spiritual person in your family, and that's a lonely place to be. You don't have that aunt or that uncle to trade spells and recipes and workings with. It's just you and your ancestors, right? Really having to double down on trusting your intuition, trusting these visions, and knowing that you're not going crazy. That's a challenge, and a challenge you have accepted. Some of you have gotten really, really good with balancing your mental health considerations and your spiritual considerations and knowing the fine line between the two, which in itself is a difficult task to do. So I am very, 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 very proud of you as a mental health professional. Though I retired from that life to do this, that life, it overlaps. Mental health and spirituality always overlaps. They intersect. You have to balance one to balance both. But from what you guys have shown me in the physical and in the spirit, you can do it. You can do it. As long as you trust yourself, you trust your intuition, you will be fine. Avocado boiled eggs on a bagel. Now that sounds delicious. That totally sidetracked me. Hello, I am a notorious foodie if you guys are just meeting me for the first time. Right? My other love, besides being a helper, is really good food. Right? Really, really, really good food. Really good food. Ebony, it is a challenge and you're doing well. Hi, Red. Okay. I didn't know if I wanted to do this via text or during the live. I know we said last year we weren't inducting any more new OGs to the Soul Tribe. OGs are the viewers that have been with the Soul Tribe from the very beginning, right? Since July 22nd, 2022, when we first started going live. As I look up and see 9/11, but I am very, very proud to announce that we have a new honorary OG member. If she accepts, because we don't force anything on anybody. But Red, you have been chosen to be added to the honorary OG list. So yay. Because of your work, your efforts, your determination, you are a good fit. You are a good helper. You are a good balance to the energy. So if you should choose, we're here for you, babe. And we are going back. We are going back because you guys have to let me know when we could sit down. So many things have changed in the OG's Soul Tribe's lives over the past years. Like some of you, you have your side chats, you get the announcements, but we really need to sit as a collective. So before the end of the day, OG Soul Tribe members, please and thank you. Let me know when we can meet. Wednesday evenings, no good. It's the only one that is off the table, but everything else is open. Okay? Okay. It is my pleasure. My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure. We gotta lock down a time and a date before we can even get to a topic. Besides, well, first of all, the first one's going to be strictly just catching up because there's so many good things, so many positive changes, challenges, but everything's not perfect, but everything is wonderful. So I would like to have us, just us, right, to connect away from the eyes of the entire collective, and it just have a moment to vibe and connect. So you guys text me and let me know. Anybody else that has any thoughts, feelings, questions, don't hesitate to ask. Do not be shy. I do respond back. I may not respond right away, but I do respond to my messages, my DMs, my emails. So do not hesitate to reach out. If any of these resonated with you, any of the messages resonated with you, and you would like more information about your personal situation, you know what to do. Personal clarity sessions are available. And you know what? In honor of Red, pick a number. Hi, Amethyst Crown. Oh, the way I was thinking about you. I said, if I don't hear from her by the end of the month, I have to go find her. Pick another number. How are you, Amethyst? 22. All clarity sessions will be 22% off for the rest of the month using code RED, REDD. Now I have to go put the code in the system. So give me about an hour to upload the system, but all clarity sessions will be 22% off using code RED. I am well, Amethyst. I am well. Um, let's catch up in the DMs, right? Because I got to go eat. You guys got to go start your day. Harry, find something safe to do. Those people that just pop up on the live that want to come in as a co-host, right? My goodness. God of chaos. What are you doing? We're signing off anyway. Beloveds, I pray that you have an amazing day that's filled with peace, protection, blessings, and prosperity, and things that make your heart smile. Ashe.